All right, well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 6 of our 10-day adventure here in Montana. So today's agenda is this morning we're just going to hang out, I think, at the house. I won't have much of that, I don't believe. We're just going to hang out here, play around in the yard. I'm going to spend some time with the kids and Samantha and all that. And so, but this afternoon, after our naps, we are going to the park, and we're going to the carousel. And then from what Samantha told me, we're getting these cookies the size of my face. And so I'm excited about that. And then I think we're going to have like another little picnic there in the park. Then we're going to come back. I think we're going to have a movie night or something with Addie tonight. So anyway, that's today's plan. We'll see how it goes. Eddie, what we're about to do?
We're about to ride on a horse.
Ride on a horse? Yeah. Holy cow. Are you excited?
Oh.
Uh-huh. All right.
It's all right, Dad. I'll leave you.
All right, guys, welcome back. Gonna do something a little different today. I'm just gonna walk you through the last couple of days and the adventures that we've been having and all that. Just kind of talk about our trip as a whole. We're on our last day here in Montana, and Saturday. I think it's June the 3rd. No, I don't know what it is. It's June something. All right. I think it's June 28th, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, so Samantha and I got a chance to get away for a couple days for our 10-year anniversary, and we had a really good time. I didn't get a lot of footage of just like what the stuff like we saw and like the adventures we went, but I did get some stuff like going and coming back and all that. But we ate at a really nice dinner at this called like the Montana Club or something. Basically, it's equivalent to like a Texas not a roadhouse, probably a Longhorn Steakhouse would be probably a better thing. But anyway, we ate there. I had buffalo for the first time. Really good. Had bison meatloaf. It was really, really good. Highly recommend if you have any time you get a chance to eat some bison, eat it, because it's really good. We did that. We spent the night at Glacier International, like a hotel. And it was really a really super nice hotel. But it was right there by the airport. So it was kind of cool. You get to hear like the planes crank up and take off. I thought it was cool. I don't know if Samantha did or not. I thought it was pretty neat. But the room itself, it was great. We had a great time just being together and relaxing and talking and kind of reflecting on the last 10 years. But let's talk a little bit. We went to Glacier Park, and that was outstanding. The views were beautiful. As you can see, you got lake, you got mountains in the background, you have all these things going on, and man, it was so pretty. Oh man, it was so pretty. Just to drive back, the drive up there, everything else was just, man, it was so beautiful. And just to see what God's done, kind of see what God's created and how He's made all this stuff happen. And man, it's just, you could just see His handiwork. But we had a chance just to kind of walk around the lake there and hike. We got some ice cream because, you know, if I'm gonna go anywhere, we're gonna eat. And so I got a chance to get some ice cream. We walked around this lake, and man, it was just so pretty. And just had a really good time. Coming back, we you know, we didn't really stop anywhere coming back. We just kind of drove through, but we kind of took our time getting back. And I mean, as you can see here, just a view of coming back. You got the lake with the mountain in the background. That was pretty much 3/4 of our trip coming back. And man, it was outstanding, really outstanding. And grateful we got a chance to go. Grateful we got a chance to be together for a little while. I had a chance to talk and just like catch up. And if you know how that is as a married couple, you know, sometimes life gets busy, and you know, you got kids, especially us. We got small kids. We got 2 kids under 5, and so life gets crazy. So it's just great just to catch up and laugh, and you know, and have a good time, and just enjoy the scenery without responsibilities, if that makes sense, and just enjoy being together. And so that was nice. And then, so we drove back, we got back, and then we did a campfire breakfast basically we just built a campfire in the backyard, but Will's made this little grate, and we cook on this little cast iron camping pan, and man, it was really good. We had pancakes, bacon, eggs. I think that was it, maybe. But it was good regardless. It was really, really good. And so, so anyway, we got up this morning. We decided to go for a little walk. Just all of us, we just kind of walked, kind of a laid back day today. We kind of walked down this path, saw the scenic on our morning walk. It was really cool this morning, so we got a chance wearing jackets, stuff like that, but just had a good time. But then we found out this morning that our flight from Missoula to Minneapolis, Minnesota had gotten canceled, and so they rerouted us. But the way they rerouted us was like, we were supposed to go into Salt Lake City, down to Atlanta, Georgia, back up to RDU, and you were looking at getting back at our house relatively around 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight. So we decided, when Samantha told me that, I just decided, hey, let's cancel that flight. Let's book it from another airline. We'll go straight to Chicago to RDU, because Samantha has to work the next day. And then, you know, we don't want to be in the airport with 2 kids under 5 for 10 hours, right? So anyway, we did all that. But then they wouldn't let us cancel the flight or cancel our flight in there. So we had to drive to Missoula, which is about, I mean, it's not that bad of a trip. It's like 25 minutes into the airport, talk to a lady, took about 15, 20 minutes. She got it canceled for us. And now we're waiting, hopefully, on a refund. So so we go from this awesome 2-day adventure to coming back to, you know, just cancellations and different things like that. So that was fun. It was fun to deal with, but we got it done. Samantha handled that like a champ. She took care of all that. She took care of the flight, so I didn't really know what everything was, but she did great on it. Got it taken care of for us, and we booked through another airline, and so we are going to be flying tomorrow morning. We'll be leaving, I think, here around 4 or 4:30 in the morning, flying to Chicago to RDU. Rhonda, my mother-in-law, is picking us up, and then we'll be home, and we'll just kind of get back into our regular routine. But I just wanted to do a little different style of video. To be honest, I didn't have a lot of footage to show y'all like I've been doing, but really just want to talk to you about our trip and how it's gone. And it's been really enjoyable. Very pretty, very beautiful place here. You know, and you could just really see what God's done, and how God has just created and formed, and it's really awesome to see what He created. right, guys, so we made it back. Safe and sound. Flight went great. Everything went great as far as that goes. Flight was, man, fantastic. Landing was great. Takeoff was great. We got a little delayed about, I think it was like 50, 55 minutes. Maybe a little longer than that, but it doesn't matter. We got home safe and sound. I'm out here by my shop. Keith, our electrician, has come by and he has hooked up power. So we have power now out there in the shop. And so the next step is to hang my lights, get all that going. And then before I do that, though, I'm probably gonna buy me a couple fans to go in there because it is like a heat box in there. But we're gonna do that, hang the lights, do all that, and then I'm gonna start moving my tools and stuff in, just to make sure that, you know, I can work here, and so I don't have to run up to Dad's all the time and grab tools. So anyway, a big shout out to McClung's electrician. Big shout out to him, and him just taking time to come out here, and he could have way much more bigger projects for us to do, but he chose to work on this. And so I just big shout out to him. His name's Keith, and you know, if you need any of that, I'm gonna try to put the information there on the screen for you. If you got any electrical work, just you need to make sure you call him and just tell him I recommended you. Great guy, great Christian guy. Became big, man, just came clutch for us. And so anyway, that is the plan for the shop. Just kind of wanted to share with y'all at the end of this video just some things that God taught me through our trip to Montana. And so leadership, I guess, with Coach Smith, leadership lesson with Coach Smith, with Billy, you can call me whatever. The biggest lesson that I learned through the trip was what happens when things don't go according to plan. So what happens when, you know, you arrive in Montana, you're expecting the temperature to be one way, but it's something else. How do you respond in that situation? How do you respond when you're supposed to fly out with one airline, they cancel the flight and you have to plan another airline? And so how do you as a leader, how do I as a husband, as a father, how do I handle those situations? And I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. I don't always handle those moments and those situations well. I don't always handle when things don't go according to the way I have it planned. I don't always adapt well to that. I do better. I'm better now than I used to be. I think coaching has helped me with that. You can come up with the greatest game plan in the world and then, you know, realize soon that it's going to fail, you know, and so you have to adapt on the spot. So that's really helped me with that. So it's been a learning curve for me as far as that goes. And as far as, you know, just adapting to change, because change is inevitable. There's one thing about change, it never changes. Change is inevitable. And so how do you adapt to that? You know, how do we adapt to just living to glorify God? And, you know, and the scripture tells us that we should do everything without grumbling or disputing. We should do everything in a way that praises him, that honors him, that glorifies him. And so how do I glorify God as a father, as a leader, as a husband, when things don't go my way? And so that has been the big leadership lesson for me. When things don't go according to plan, when things don't go according to the way I want them to go, but God has other plans, how do I respond? And he's been teaching me that ever since I moved here. Ever since I moved back to Fremont, he's been teaching me that. My plan was not to move back home. You know, that was never the plan. That was never part of our plan when we first got married. My plan was to be a youth pastor for anywhere from 5 to 10 years, become a senior pastor, take a church, grow it. You know, I wanted 750 to 1,000 people, and that was my big plan. That was my plan. But God's plan was for me to be a youth pastor for 7.5, 8 years, and put me in a Christian school where I coach and teach Bible and teach apologetics and biblical worldview, and be able to invest in teenagers every day. And so, you know, God's teaching me. He's still teaching me. He's still training you, and he's still training, you know, he's still training me, and he's training all of us as leaders. And so that was my big leadership takeaway from the trip. I had a great time. Thanks to Will and Iris for hosting us. Just a great time. My wife for planning it. Man, it was outstanding. We had a really good time. Scenery was outstanding. Weather was outstanding. And just had a good time. And so anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed these videos. Make sure you share. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let your friends know, man. Like, let your friends know. Let's grow the channel a little bit. And who knows? Maybe I can get paid a little side hustle gig for doing YouTube. Who knows? You know. But if not, I'm having fun doing it. So anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.